Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 81. Yes, you have counted correctly, and I have counted correctly as well. Welcome to Stardew Gaming, Realms of Arkania Star Trail. Why am I talking so fast? I have no idea. Maybe because I have watched one streamer with my daughter earlier today, and that guy was just... I talk a lot. But this person, holy crap-a-roni. He was talking non-stop. Good. Why are we here? An unexplored Tjorma? What's going on? So apparently I ran into a logic issue with the game. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see. I will make this basically a two-part episode. And I will show you what the issue is. You remember at the end of episode 80 we got into the Temple of the Nameless God, right? And I tried to go on from there. But I was not able to manage to get into the actual temple. For some reason. I was able to see that there is a secret door, but I wasn't able to open it. And apparently there is some kind of bug. I didn't talk to certain people before, and it is possible that you need to do that. I don't know why, and I don't... Anyway, I'm trying a different approach this time, and I hope you bear with me and you follow this. It is possible that I still ran into the same situation, but I don't know. So my problem was, I ran into the house of Ingramush, I kicked some ass, you were all there, and I wasn't able to continue from there. When I went out, I wasn't able to ask anyone for Ingramush anymore. And these people don't know that. Now, I ran around in this town for I don't know how long. This is Brengram, one of the traitors. Suddenly a voice sounds behind you. Oh, I haven't seen that before. Amongst a party of shady figures stands an ugly old man, pointing his finger towards Arbush. Some bypassers who realize this incident stare at you in a hostile manner. Oh? Shoot. Arbush looks around astonished, then shrugs and turns around and simply continues Arbush's way. While the crowd stays unsure about what to do, the old man keeps standing there and his arm raised. You turn around and follow your mate as cool as possible. Hardly turned around the next corner, you all start running as if by command. No, we don't. I want to confront this person. Damn it. He's gone. So, the dwarves apparently are traitors. For some reason, they seem to have helped. They're treacherous people. Apparently they helped the orcs to get into the town. I don't know why. Yes, I ask you of all person. But anyway, no one really seems to know about Ingramush. And you can keep asking everyone. It's, I was everywhere. I approached certain houses, and I will do that here as well. But it is very, very difficult to get any information on him, which is interesting, considering that he is actually living here. He has got a house here. No one seems to know anything about Ingramush. So,
good day.
He turns up every so often. I think he was friends with that female weaponsmith. That female weaponsmith is, as we know, not here. She's around the corner, basically. Over there. If I talk to her... Come on, I'd like to climb the stairs.
Greetings.
If I talk to her about Ingramush, never heard of him. She seems to be... I don't know. So, I was running around, like, all the time, and I didn't find any answers. And my quest just says... Hang on, where's my quest log? The Salamander Stone. We've been told that currently the dwarf Ingramush is most likely staying in Tjorma. Alright. That's what I thought. And so I explored Hjalmar and I talked to everyone. And there was only one house where something happened. And when it happened, I immediately reloaded because I didn't want to spoil myself and, you know, do that all off camera. But I'm going back to that house. It's over there. It is marked as a special house. When I first tried that after leaving, after our last save game, I didn't have that option anymore. This time I do. When I left the house, I only had this option. Now I can ask him. You are looking for Ingramush? Yes, he's back from Lowangen. I have not seen him yet, but I've heard he's supposed to be here again. He's supposedly accompanied by a human. His house is directly next to the Ingram Temple. The dwarf says goodbye and closes the door. Alright, so this is where I stopped. And before I do anything else, I'm going to do a save game. Yeah, I'm naming my save games by episode. That was the reason why I could get back to episode 90, right? Here I tried to walk around to ask anyone and I was just so frustrated. So now I have some new information. Let's have a look at the quest log. We found out that Ingramush house is located west part of the city. There's two options now. I could go back to that house, and I will. Or I could first try to talk to his ex-girlfriend again. And I will do exactly that. Why am I doing that? Because maybe she has more information. And I want to do that before I jump into that battle again. So I will repeat that battle. But I will do so... I will do so off camera. You know, just because I want to save time.
The 12 be with you. Fare thee well.
No,
Come
I wanted
closer.
to talk to her. She is really not in the mood to talk about him.
Fare thee well.
For some reason. Good. So what I'm going to do now is I will make a quick cut in the video. And I see you in just a few minutes. And I will try, and this is, by the way, also my fallback position. If that is not successful, I will try to figure out what the hell and how I can open the door to that temple. So it's possible that I need to trigger this quest state to trigger opening that door. And we'll see about that, okay? So I see you in just a bit. And I'm back. And I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, so it was a second for you, it was a couple of days for me. I tried around off camera. Like, what the hell? Right? First of all, this riddle is extremely easy, right? What I do, and I tried that a couple of times. So we got 4, 2, 5. Let's just open the door to see, you know, how to do it. That's 4, 5, right? So we go, and this is why it didn't work. So you go 4, and it basically tells you the same that it does for other pictures, right? Only when you do the second number, it gives you a hint that you're onto something. And that's why I didn't realize that I was actually doing the right. So you go 4, 2, and then you go 5, and then you open the door. So it's really easy. However, we're not going to go there. What? Stutter? Why? Simple. I'm not done yet. Yeah, so I figured out there is a second, because I was running around all over Hjalmar. I was talking to people, I was harassing everyone. And I might as well have to do that right now again. Because there is another quest. I didn't do the quest but I got the trigger for the quest. So what I need to do is to talk to frickin' all of them. This is, yeah, it's kind of a lot of talking here. So I need to go to a tavern. Let's take this one. And getting the first stage of the quest is relatively easy. So you just sit down. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I can't. Damn it. I need to, hang on, I need to reload. I think that was this one then. Wrong save game. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is the one. So we know how to open the door, and gonna do that real soon. Still need to talk to people though. Here's the tavern.
Yes?
And then we order drinks for everybody. It's going to cost an arm and a leg. But that's fine. Let's just sit down with somebody. Doesn't take long until you get into a conversation. And then you need to talk about Ingramosh. Right? And there was something going on with the dwarves, and we already knew that. And then we repeatedly need to talk about that. Probably not with that person. He doesn't know anything else. Let's go to the bar. And let's talk. So you need to talk a lot. There you go. So I talked to the innkeeper about Ingramosh. Isn't that the dwarven noble who made a pact with the orcs? Say what? And then you get a new keyword, and that's key here. And it can take ages, and there is no real defined way on how to get this. This was my kind of reproducible way. I went to this specific tavern, I threw around for everyone, and then I got it. However, we're not out of the woods yet. No, it's far from that. And it's getting even worse, because we need to use that keyword with other people. And here's the bug, right? We need to use that keyword with other people until we get another one. My problem, and you have seen that when I load it, this goes away as soon as you do the battle in Ingramosh's house. Because the game kind of assumes that you have done that already. And that's not cool. So she cannot tell me anything about the treason. But what I'm trying to do is I will go drinks for everybody. Give another 10 ducats for that. Here's your money. And then we go to another occupied table. I get into conversation with other guests. Let's talk about this stuff. Definitely wrong address, huh? I'm not sure if using these keywords enhances my chances of doing that. That's some other witch child. No, she doesn't know anything about the treason, or doesn't want to tell. So we know that there is some treason, but the question is... We're really conspicuous, huh? A scream coming from the kitchen. Pots and pans are clanking. The innkeeper immediately runs to the door, rips it open, and lets a small mouse out of the tap room. Some kind of street fighter on four legs. Dirty Fur is running after it. There was a wild hunt in the guest room underneath chairs. The mouse wins today. You like to order something? Yeah, let's have something to eat. Let's go to another occupied table. Oh, we get thrown out because I switch tables too often. Alright, alright. That's fine. The quest indicator points to Ingrimar's house, but I don't want to go there just yet. What I can imagine is going to the Red Lotus. Maybe they know more about the Orc Eye. Or I think it's called the Golden Eye. That's kind of what we're looking for. The missing keyword, right? So let's order drinks for everybody. 6 ducats. It's kind of... Oh, I got the drunkard achievement for that. Alright, that's fine. Let's talk to Erofona Lotus Dust about the treason of the Fjolma dwarves. She doesn't know. Alright? That's fine. Then let's sit down on an occupied table. Are not interested in talking to me. It's getting loud and the guest rumbles in the group. Heroes! More like dirty hobos! Dude! Seriously? Who have more luck than judgment with actually finding this damn sword. If it wasn't for them, the Black Bells would fight the pirates while we could have considered our town. Oh yeah, right. You know, like, he's talking about this group and this adventure that we had in the last series with the certain blade of destiny. Yeah. Let's have something more to eat. Maybe I can get to another occupied table. So now we get into a conversation. And we might do that conversation with people on the street, so we'll do that, right? Because I don't want another subject, I want this subject. Let's go to the bar. No, I don't want to order something. Let's leave. So, apparently these guys don't want to talk.
Welcome to my humble shelter.
You're welcome. I don't have other interests, actually. That's my one interest. I want to find out what the fuck happened in this town. There's another inn across the street. But first let's talk to these guys. He doesn't know. Or he doesn't want to talk. And this is kind of the issue. So you run around chasing people up on giving you at least some information about the treason of the Fjolma dwarves. Oh, dwarven artifact. There you go. They let the orcs move to Tiefhusen and even worked with them. The orcs paid them with some magical stone. These dwarven lowlives. Dwarven artifact. Alright, so I'm not sure if I need to get more information on that. Because I never made it to that stage. When I figured out that I need to, I reloaded and we're talking right now. So I'm doing this with you guys. Let's have a single room and give that man eternal. Yeah, so again, we're doing this together. Shireen can probably eat one too. And then they should be fine. Let's sleep. And let's sleep for 8 hours.
The 12 be with you.
Well, that looks much better. We will be doing that because before we go. Hey, do you know something about the dwarven artifact? No, you don't. I will ask Ingramor's girlfriend again. I got the talkative achievement, which you probably need to have, because you need to talk to fucking a lot of people. So these guys don't know anything. Where does his... That was down here somewhere, right? Hey, wait. She doesn't know. And I need to go through this. Just talk to everybody on the street. She doesn't know. Did I talk to you? I think I did. You're just coming from some other direction, right? Here's a dwarf. He might know. You don't? Stupid little dwarf. And let's talk to her. Maybe she knows.
Good day.
Good day. Ooh, we got a quest in progress. The Golden Eye. Well, maybe it's in the Netherworlds where Aberram should be rotting. That mean traitor. I swear on Angrosh that he's got the Golden Eye, and even our leader Toram is sure of it. If you want to talk to him, he lives in the east of the city near the herb garden. Thank you so much. Now finally we got some movement on that. And all of a sudden...
Goodbye.
And this is where we are going next. All of a sudden there is actual movement in the quest. See? I have 2 quest trackers now. And you need to figure this out just by talking to a lot of people. It is more the role-playing way. And I totally... I mean, like, role-playing... Sometimes it's a little bit difficult, because you don't have the actual hint that there is a quest. I wish they had some, you know, like rumors, more than that. You get the kind of vibe, but you don't get a quest entry. So what can I say? It would have been pretty cool if the quest around the Golden Eye didn't start only now, but had started technically earlier, so that I know there is a quest, an additional one. You know what I mean? You come in there, you're like, oh, I need to find Ingramosh, and then you get those hints, etc. And when you first get the hints that there was a treason, that you open this quest under a different name, but you know there is an additional quest. And this is what didn't happen, and that's why I've been stumbling around in Hjolmar for like, I don't know how many hours. Okay, so we have that Golden Eye quest. Sorry, wrong door. I was indeed the wrong door. It's the next one. Here we go. It's not? That's not the door for the dwarf. Oh. That's the door. We've been sent here regarding the Golden Eye. Oh yeah. And we're going to find out. Did you? The dwarf looks at you and looks around on the street. Alright, come in so we can talk in private. Oh, look at this. We got movement. I am Thoram, son of Ibralosh, and I was recently chosen as the leader of the dwarves of Hjolmar. Well, what do you want from me? I want to find out what's up with that Golden Eye. The story states that the Aberram family took a flight out of Xorlosh, taking an emerald from Ordamon's headband. A geode made the Golden Eye from this emerald. The family used it to find large gold deposits on the slopes of the Fironsval. They say you can see the treasure of Earth with the Golden Eye. They then built the Kvirasim sinkhole and made many orc slaves work for them. They revolted in return, oh god, there's another translation bug, and made the sinkhole collapse. Only a few dwarves in the deepest depths survived, and this is where the depth dwarves originated. Interesting background story. There is indeed something that's called depth dwarves, right? Since then, many dwarves have been trying to find this golden eye. You can certainly imagine my surprise when the orcs suddenly came to the gates of Tjorma with this golden eye. Oh, they found it! Interesting. We didn't have to search for it, it was literally brought to us. Now, we are in the possession of this splendid artifact. Well, we were in the possession of it. The golden eye was just gone one morning. As we gathered together, all the dwarves, it turned out that our leader Aboram and the golden eye, which of course was kept with him, had disappeared without a trace. Some of his things, which he really only needed for hikes, were missing, so we assume that he ran off with the artifact. What a douchebag. A few dwarves left the same day to search for Aboram, but so far no trace of him, as I was chosen to be the new leader in the meantime and now carry the burden of my predecessor. We could help. Which gives me another quest progress. I accept your help with thanks. The more people are looking for Aboram, the harder it will be for him to stay undetected. Listen, Aboram is about 140 meters. He has long dark brown beard and long dark brown hair. The end of his beard is held by a golden clasp that shows an anvil. His hiking clothing is made of noble light brown leather. Of course, only if he's really wearing them. Oh, he's limping with his left leg during a war injury. That's interesting. But you have to look more closely to notice it. I hope this is enough as a description. Yeah, it actually isn't, because we're in the Svellt Valley and there's lots of dwarves here, as we have seen in our journey so far. No one can say where Aboram went. He could be anywhere, but I promise that if you succeed finding Aboram, I will separate myself from my splendid crossbow and give it to you. It's an old family heirloom. Wow, that's nice. So let's find out why the orcs didn't, why Tjorma didn't stop the orcs. Thoram suddenly no longer seems as self-confident as he says. How do we know what the orcs are up to? They just asked for good conduct with Sveltland. Of course, we would not have admitted under any circumstances, however, they had something we've been looking for a long time. Not only we Tjorma dwarves, but all dwarves in Aventuria. The golden eye, apparently. The orcs have actually managed to find the golden eye, as I know the fate. The orcs have downright stumbled over it. Why of all people did the orcs have to find the golden eye? Thoram takes a deep breath and before he goes on, all the Tjorma dwarves wanted to do the trade. We get the golden eye and in return we let the orcs come to Sveltland. So the trade was sealed, Thoram promised. We only heard about the war with the orcs afterwards, I swear by my beard. I would have known that the orcs had the opportunity to put the screws on Lowangen. I would not have done the trade. But our former leader Aboram wanted to do the trade without questioning and sealed the deal. Alright, we already have the information on Ingramosh. Alright, I'm sorry, we have to go and find your frickin' golden eye. Alright, so that was fun. I hope sincerely that whoever does that quest, whoever sees this video, before he enters the house of Ingramosh, does start the golden eye quest. It is super annoying from my point of view on how to start it, and having seen that, I wonder what else I missed in the game, right? If we have more like this, you cannot talk to anyone, to everyone. That's like impossible. There's too many NPCs. However, it is kind of an RP way. But having been game master for RPGs for over 20 years. Sometimes you prepare and you build quests and you build stories, etc. And your players walk right by it because they don't talk to just everybody. And then they miss a quest hook that you throw out for them, or you think you threw out for them. And I think that's what happened here, right? There was a quest hook, and it was not clear enough that it is an actual quest hook. And sometimes you have to do that. Anyway, I hope you had fun watching this video, and I see you for the next one in 2 days. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for this one, and then I see you again in 2 days. Until then, I am Stordur.